Alright guys, we are going to react to this one. I'm still banned from live streaming due to YouTube's AI false flagging me. So yeah, that still sucks. I hope that by Tuesday, I think you're going to see this on Monday, depending. Um, yeah, yeah. Um, I hope I will be able to stream again. At least that's what I hope for Tuesday, 2 p.m. Germany. We'll see. It's gonna be cooked otherwise. Yeah. So far, if you wanna support me, the best you can do right now is to just like the video, like and subscribe. That's the best you can do right now, as I'm still and hopeful. Like the chance is still there that I might be longer. So yeah, reactions off stream. Yay! Unless I'm gonna move to Twitch if things get really bad. I'm also still sick. You can hear it. You can hear it. Yeah, we're gonna jump in. The most unhinged anti-white TikToks I've ever seen by RADAL. I still don't know how to pronounce it. You can help me with that in the comments. We're gonna look at this. I am curious. See, I have an incredibly simple take, guys. Incredibly simple. It really is simple.
I was 7.
I didn't want to start it yet, but okay. My take is incredibly simple. You know, if you are complaining about white people in a country that is majorly white, why are you here? Why are you here? If you don't like it, you can leave. Why are you here? You're not supposed to be here then. Just pack your shit and leave, right? There's other countries you can go to. This lady, for example, can go to Africa where everyone looks like her. But then again, she'd be treated like a white person because she's outside of the culture. And depending on where she moves, they're incredibly racist too. Because the lighter the skin, the more they dislike you depending on where you live. Isn't that crazy? Yep. Black people are racist between each other in Africa. If a lighter skin will be racist to a darker skin, and the darker skin will be racist to a lighter skin. Isn't that crazy? Anyways, we're looking at this.
7 and searching on Google how to be white. Well, I guess it didn't work.
Kinda. True. True, but also, how would you become white? Technically, the definition of white is overall pretty useless. You want to know why? Because it's technically a modern term to summarize Europeans, but technically not all Europeans are built the same because there's differences in ethnicities, technically. So there's that, right? For example, a German is not the same ethnicity as a Romanian, for example. Isn't that crazy? Or a somebody who's from the Netherlands or whatever, right? They forget that white is technically a modern term and was created for modern times, but technically, even black is technically not the right term because even black people have different ethnicities. But the problem is that only white is summarized, but black kinda isn't, which is interesting.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have an announcement to make. I'm white. Now, as a white...
Help! Help! White! They call this medium rare chicken, right? Delicious. That's horrible. That's horrible. Look at that chicken. That's abuse. That is abuse. Isn't that terrible? That is abuse.
person, I never really had to face any racism in my life. Usually because I was the one who caused it. Except now. Because today there's a very concerning trend happening on TikTok, where there's people posting anti-white TikToks, where they're basically saying that all of the bad
Living in a white country, by the way. Crazy, huh?
things happening in the world today is because white people exist. I'm not kidding. And
does that go for the 78% of Nigerian girls being married underage, obviously, because girls? Does that account for those as well? I'm just asking. Are white people at fault that in whatever country, are white people at fault that some of the Southeast Asian countries are essentially 50% of their GDP is crime? Is that the white people's fault? Non-colonized countries, by the way. Um, is it also, well, it is the white people's fault that the Australians are being run over as well by toads now. Regardless. Um, the point is, you can blame white people for everything. There's some horrendous shit going on in countries where there's no white people, so how are they going to frame that?
The worst part is, for some reason, most people who make those TikToks are white people themselves. So today
Let's specify this. Let's specify this. It is white women. It is white women. Liberal white women. There's two things that have ruined society: the sexual liberation and liberal white women.
we're gonna watch those TikToks and make fun of them. Let's go! Alright, let me see. I hate white people. I can't believe I'm searching for this.
Let's roll.
You can probably, I'm assuming, yeah, I have TikTok, okay? I have TikTok. I have TikTok, okay? I do. Let's see. Let's see. All right. Let's see. I'm typing it in. That's interesting. Okay, let's do it with white. It loads regardless. Is it my internet? Let's figure it out again. Because I'm curious, if I type in, I hate white people, what has happened? Alright. Huh. It loads. Funny. Okay. So at one point, you were able to type in on TikTok, I hate white people, and get away with it. I'm assuming that I hate, I would not say that. I'm on probation here. But if you were it for did it for darker skinned people or any other ethnicity, I think that would have not worked back then. Right? This is from a year ago, this video, so I'm curious. They changed that.
You can be racist to white people too.
Yes, yes you can. Yes you can. In South Africa, basically they made laws so atrocious for white people there that lived there that they basically grabbed all the shit and moved into an isolated small community. And they are thriving with everything. Food, water, electricity, they're thriving. Meanwhile, the government does not know how to handle too much energy, too much electricity. So what they're doing is they just turn it off. Yes, the solution with too much energy is to turn it off. Not even like save it or somewhere, just turn it off.
Jesus Christ. This tongue is whiter than the people she's making fun of. I swear to God.
People who are not black should not say the N-word.
Oh my God, bro. Here we have the most brave opinion of all time.
Wow. Oh, wow. You should not... See, I think even black people shouldn't say the N-word. Because why are you using a term that... So, they took the term, right? They took the term. Quote-unquote reclaimed it. But now, the word, instead of being a slur for them, it's now a term referring to somebody who's essentially a degenerate. Because most people that use the N-word and call themselves the N-word are essentially just degenerates. Like, look at the rappers. Look at more decayed communities in that specific community. So I'm like, you should get rid of the word entirely, even in your own. And you're not an N-word. You're a man. It's that simple. You're a woman. Fine, add the black man and black woman if you really want to do that. But you're not an N-word. Why would you use it? Because now the meaning has changed for them, but it's not a positive one. It's still a negative one, which is kind of depressing and sad. It's like if Asians were to reclaim they had a slur at one point. They didn't reclaim that. Why would they? Because nothing good comes of that, as we can tell.
I genuinely don't understand this fascination or this obsession that certain non-black people have with saying the N-word.
It's a cool ass.
It's temptation. See, I don't know where you guys live, right? But we have buses here that have these they're basically like these red thingies that you can like pull to basically smash the windows. I think you should know these, right? I think most of you guys are from the US, right? Maybe you have those too, right? Have you ever considered just like pulling it out and smashing the window? Like a how do you call it? Intrusive thought? I have. I think it's the same with the N-word. I think it's with all taboo words that you are not allowed to say. Or all things that are taboo that you're not allowed to say. Remember when you were a child and your parent was telling you, your mother or father was telling you, don't do that. And the next thing you did was do that. Because when you tell a child to not do something, they're gonna do it. I think it's the same thing here. I think it is quite the same thing here. For me, it's the same, right? Somebody's like, yeah, don't do that, and I have to like play it in my head out of like me doing it because I cannot. The temptation is strong. I think it's here the same. It's exactly the same. I think most adults don't even lose that.
Word, bro.
It's really not that hard to not say the N-word.
I don't know, bro. I struggle a lot with it, bro. Imagine.
The N-word isn't just a word, it has a lot of dark history to it. And I know so many people who are like, well, my black friend said it was okay for me to use it. Or, oh, it comes out in hip-hop, so therefore everybody should be able to.
Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, okay? Here it is. I don't think that if you sing it in a hip-hop song, right? If you sing it in a hip-hop song, that's a big deal. It's a song, it's music. But then again, in the UK, I think a woman was charged for using lyrics from a song that was like a friend's a dead friend's favorite song, right? And she was charged for that. I also feel like if you are like in a group of black people and they say like, yo, you can say it, it's not that deep, and they allow you actually to say it, I feel like that's okay. Personally, right? I feel like that's okay, right? It's between your friends, it's between your homies. Of course, you shouldn't say it to like a stranger, right? That'd be odd and weird, and I could get why you would be upset. But if you're like with your black friends, right, and they're like, yo, you can say it, we don't give a shit, that's fine. I think that it's fine.
Use it. Are you dumb?
It's a nice argument, though. Vladimir, the reactor is gonna explode. Maybe we should get out of here.
Are you dumb? So if you are making excuses to try and weasel yourself out and say the N-word, you're a piece of shit.
Damn, so brave. I have never seen a more brave person. 463,000 white women like this post. White men made the N-word, shouldn't they keep it, bro?
I mean, that's a convincing argument. They made it. We made it. Just kidding though. Yeah, I think like if you're with a group of friends, that's fine. If you're singing it in like hip hop lyrics and music, you know, who gives a shit? It's not that deep, right? I think intent also very much matters, right? Right, intent matters, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. I'm very much freedom of speech, right? I think if you want to say something, just say it. Just no matter what it is, just say it. If you experience consequences, that's that. Of course, right? We must meet equal forces here. So, like, if you use words, you should be others should use words against you, not violence, right? Regardless of what you said. But yeah, that's just me. That's just my take.
I can be racist.
Oh my god, what the fuck is this, bro? What the fuck?
I have friends who are white. You're so exotic and pale. What are you?
Bro, what the hell is this video, man? Where is blood walking to?
It's like, see, I never understood that "where are you from" thing, right? As racist, because they were here in Germany. They're basically saying that this is racist, right? Asking somebody where they're from. I don't think at all, right? It's like curiosity. It's like, hey, where are you from? I'm curious to know, right? Where your parents from? I'm interested. I'm curious about you, right? I want to know something about you, right? This is nothing racist. This has nothing to do with race, right? If you ask another, see, would it be racist to ask another person, white person, to like ask them where they're from when they have, for example, an Italian accent or like an accent you don't know? Would that be racist? Would it be racist to for a Black American to ask a non-black non-American black person where they're from? I hope not, because that'd be horrible. That'd be sad, right? It's like something to connect over. Hey, yo, where are you from? I'm from wherever, right? And then they ask you where you're from. See, and already you know each other, something about each other. There might be clues onto how you were potentially raised, what your culture is, your religion, right? It's not, of course, it's not a guarantee, but like it's a way to talk. It's a way to start a conversation, right? Because you're interested in that person. I do not understand how they ever came to the conclusion that that is racist.
White women crying when they receive any sort of criticism from women of color is fucking racist.
What?
Because white women will sit there and use their tears as weapons against women of color.
That's women in general, but go on. That's women in general. That is women in general. Also, black women do that too. Also, criticize for whatever. That depends on the criticism. Is the criticism right? Is it true? If not, then you don't deliver criticism. You're lying at best.
Tears as weapons, bro. Okay, Binding of Isaac. What the fuck? If you cry when a black woman is criticizing you, that's racist and you use it as a weapon. Okay, bro. White women tears are deadly. Bro, it's always the Hello Kitty girls, bro. It's always the Hello Kitty girls with the weirdest fucking opinion online, bro. Whenever you see a Hello Kitty profile picture, brother, run away. What is this?
I'm a racist white girl in blackface.
Bro, ain't the fucking...
Hold up. Wait a minute. Really? No way. It can't be.
Smoke detector, bro.
I'm a racist white girl in blackface.
Ain't no fucking way, bro.
I'm a racist...
Well, I know of a few black viewers. Guys, boys, girls, I have a question, okay? I've got a question for you guys. What is it with you and like fire alarms, smoke alarms, or whatever you want to call them, beeping? Like, how did the stereotype? See, stereotypes sometimes are true, right? Stereotypes are see, the stereotype exists because it's rooted in truth, right? That's the problem with most stereotypes, right? That's why stereotyping isn't a bad thing, because it is rooted in truth. Now, I have a question for you guys. Do you forget it? Like, do you forget it that you have to, like, change battery or whatever makes the beep, right? We never hear them beep because, well, they're switched out regularly. So I'm curious to know why that happens and how it came, how that came to be. Let me know, guys.
Why do so many white people get on podcasts, get on TikTok, and talk about...
Bro, it's what an amazing forehead, bro. KSI is crying somewhere in the corner, bro. I'm just saying, beautiful.
White people have always been disgusting. Indigenous people...
Friendly fire, bro.
Friendly fire, big guy. Or big girl in this case. Why is it always white women? We made a mistake. We made a mistake. It's always white women. Always, every single time. It is white ladies. Don't know why. I don't know. It is terrifying. It is, I don't know. It's never, okay, it is Asians sometimes, right? As we've seen, right? It's always it's also black women. But you never see an Indian woman. You never see a Japanese one. You never see immigrant women, particularly. Talk shit. Isn't that weird? Maybe I'm just in a bubble. Maybe the bubble needs to be popped, but I don't know. It's weird. But it's more white women than it is black women. I don't know why.
And I do think a lot of the reason why people of color in America are so clean, smell so good, because the standard for
Yeah, that's a fetish. That's a fetish. Say, that's definitely a fetish. Like, could you stop? Is this white savior final boss? What is this? Why are we doing this? That's stupid.
them is so much higher than it is for white people. Like, white women can just walk into Target with a messy bun and sweatpants, and it's like, oh, look at her, like, she could be a multi-millionaire.
Multi-millionaire, bro. You see a messy white woman in Walmart.
Yeah, look at this. Oh, millionaire. What exactly is going on here? I think this is this is either jealousy or this is white savior. I don't know which one.
Oh my god, is that Jeff Bezos? Bro, their eyes already. Leftist politics, law school, and the
Watermelon? Huh? Does this mean something? Leftist politics. I find that very interesting.
fucking Palestinian symbol, bro. You already know, bro. Look at those eyes, brother! Death penalty. Ooh. The fuck?
Leftist politics, yeah, we can tell. We can tell that you're leftist. We can hear it. We can see it and we can hear it.
Bro, look at this fucking thumbnail, bro. I mean, she 100% chose that one. Death penalty. Ooh, slavery. Bro, what the fuck?
Ask you something? Yeah. Is that okay? Okay. Which one of these baby dolls is your favorite? This one? I knew you were gonna say that. What's her name? Lilac? That's pretty.
Bro, what the fuck am I watching? Is this child being held at gunpoint, bro?
Lilac? That's pretty.
Lilac? That's pretty. Imagine that, bro. When I was little, I named my black doll Brownie, bro. When I was little, I named my black Barbie doll Lakifa, bro.
That's crazy, Bonkisha. That's rather interesting. See, I don't know why, but that's interesting. Can we just like let kids be kids and not force them into your like ideology that is also racist?
Baby doll's name was Bonkisha, man. A question for the good white people. Hey, that's me. Hit me up with the question, sister. Oh my bro, 2 minutes 12, bro. What? This is a very long question.
I have a question for all the good white people today.
All right.
Like, what's your deal?
What?
What are y'all doing exactly? Because I can't see your movement.
I'm not seeing enough movement.
I see the movement of those who seek to continue to oppress and marginalize black people, but I don't see your...
Bro.
Nobody's being oppressed. I'm gonna hit him with the classic question: can't she do that a white woman can't? Even further, what can't she do that a white man can't? Like, what is this? What is this? I have questions. See, I have questions. Because every single time, also, like, movement. See, we were told that we are not allowed to speak for black people. So we don't. Oddly enough, there's enough, mostly white women speaking for black people. More so speaking for black people and oppressing black people because they basically tell you are oppressed and you can't speak for yourself. You must be... Remember. Black people think that they're oppressed because other people, particularly white people, tell them that they're oppressed. Which in itself is racist because it reinforces the stereotype that you can't get shit done. You can't achieve anything on your own because you are black, which is terrifying. It is sad. It is stupid. It is crazy. If you are a black person, you can do whatever you want, and you should be able to do whatever you want. Well, not whatever you want, right? Legal. I have to say this, legal, because, you know, YouTube, legal. I'm on thin ice here. Regardless, don't let other people tell you what you can and can't do. Don't let other people tell you that you're oppressed, because if that continues, not only will you never be able to hold yourself accountable for your own mistakes, because you're obviously gonna say that, oh yeah, it's a white man's fault. Your children will never learn to believe in themselves because the quote unquote the system is inherently against them. That's not the case. If anything, there are problems that the black community needs to fix, and that is particularly, at least from what I can tell, family related. The only way to fix the problems, in my opinion, that we're also starting to face, right? I call it societal decay through promiscuity. We are already starting to face that, and yeah, is to build stable families. This goes for any society. Doesn't matter which country you're from. Doesn't matter skin color. Stable families fix a lot of problems. That's my take. If you want to fix society overall as a whole, stable families.
Ain't no way she's talking about marginalization and oppression while having a big ass swimming pool in the background, bro. Ain't no way, bro. What? Motherfucker has a fucking tennis court in the background.
Oppression. Look at it. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her, right? Beautiful hair, beautiful skin, makeup. Generally like a beautiful woman with a pool, with stuff in the background. Yeah, you're oppressed, definitely, most certainly. Is she still oppressed in comparison to me? Because I like sit in my room and record videos off an old laptop, and we live from paycheck to paycheck, and I got no pool. Probably still, right?
White people, why are you oppressing us? Shut the fuck up, bro. What the fuck is that? I'm so sorry for oppressing you.
Put your money where your mouth is. What are y'all doing?
Send me the link to your GoFundMe. Come on, man. Let me donate a little bit. Ashani motherfucker. What a nice name, though. Ashani motherfucker.
Wow, my video from yesterday is going viral.
Bro, what type of video, bro? Her shit is like 400 views. We're beating white privilege with that one, bro.
And lighting up the internets.
The fuck? What the hell was his laugh?
If this is on
She sounded like a pigeon. That's crazy.
your For You page, please give me 1 moment of your time.
Alright.
If you want to learn more about what is happening in Congo, watch this video.
Okay. Whoops, I accidentally closed it. What? Bro, how much text is that? Being a white
Being a white, passing, genetically mixed person who grew up in a black household is such a strange experience. I witness systemic racism so often.
passing genetically mixed. Okay, bro, Wolverine. Person who grew up in a black household is such a strange experience. I witnessed systemic racism so often, but that racism was never inflicted upon me. I understood my white privilege at 6 years old. 6 years old?
Buddy, listen. Buddy, listen. Girl, listen. Here's the thing. Black people will be racist to you if you are mixed. You heard that right. Yeah. Little example from the VTuber community. The first Black VTuber Awards, right? Which overall silly idea. I think it's stupid. It's just more segregation. What do I know? What do I know? They, black people, other black VTubers, harassed a woman, the host of this event, because she was mixed. You heard that correctly. They harassed this woman because she was mixed, so she stepped down. Don't come with this bullshit. Don't. Don't. We don't fall for this. We don't. Sorry. Goodbye.
Bro, no child should ever have to think about that. Top 10 things that definitely happens. And then Rosa Parks came out of the fridge and clapped.
Oh god. Now we're gonna see things. I take it back. We are hearing Indian women now. Let's go.
Holy shit, bro, go to sleep, bro. What the fuck are those eyes? To be honest, I feel like people who make fun of Indian street food are so privileged and need to get off their high horse, talking about how it's unsanitary, but not acknowledging that this country is so densely packed with poverty. Like, are you serious? I mean, okay, I understand, densely packed country, but like, can you not put your foot inside the food, bro? No. Oh, God.
True, it's also that people make fun of Chinese street food because that's also horrendous. I watched a lot of videos on Chinese food, and it is very much horrifying in similar but different ways. It's not just uncleanliness, right? It's also what they put in there. Like, I'm not kidding. Sewer oil. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Sewer oil. Then you have your answer to the whole thing here.
Bro, I would eat it. I'm not even against it. I would eat that shit, but still, not the most hygienic things of all time. Poverty isn't an excuse. Hope this helps. You belong in poverty. Hope this helps. What a nice diss, bro. You belong in poverty. Indian street food is so good. Said by a white girl ordering takeout.
So I'm gonna say something, and some of you aren't gonna like it, but it needs to be said.
Oh god, bro. When she's pulling out the
Oh god. The fridge is about to is about to start and talk. Help.
slushy, you already know it's gonna be bullshit, bro. When she's pulling out the purple slushy, bro, with those eyes. Brother, prepare your anus.
I've seen a lot of people identify themselves as not racist. Not racist is not good enough, because then the next natural question from there is, well, what are you?
Not racist. That's what they are. But I'm gonna say this. This is a hot take, but most people are racist in some way, shape, or form. I can tell you why. It's actually quite simple with evolution. See, the fear or dislike of people that don't look like you is technically a result of natural evolution. See, when humans, right, the modern human, the way we are, were around. See, we needed this because others might have wiped out our tribes that don't look like us, which is why the fear comes from that. For example, when the regular normal modern human was around, the Neanderthal was around as well, until it was eventually outbred, because we smashed with Neanderthals. That's why white people have Neanderthal DNA. It's scary, right? And simply put, this is just an answer to, you don't look like me. That might mean danger. Now, in modern times, we don't need that anymore, right? We don't need that anymore, which is very clear, right? Because right, we technically don't need that, because first of all, how somebody looks does not mean if they're gonna harm us and what values they necessarily have, right? That's not necessarily what it means, right? Now it's more so a cultural difference, right? Different cultures that are not aligned with with more Western beliefs, right? That's more so a problem right now than skin color or you having smaller eyes or wider nose. But back then, different quote unquote different evolutionary path, but still looking similar, meant danger. Because Neanderthals were particularly strong. And I think we kept that. And we're using the term racism when that's technically not necessarily the right term. I would also refer to it as tribalism. But that's just me, right? But yeah, if you want to use racism, use racism. If you want to use tribalism. I prefer the term tribalism because it more accurately reflects the situations, which is, you don't look like me, you might be dangerous. It's that simple. Are you? Very likely not, right? So I'm saying we still have it, but we've outgrown the need of that to a degree, but obviously.
Maybe not racist. I don't know.
Your two options would be racist or anti-racist. Being anti-racist requires
Anti-racism can still be racist if I prefer particularly race. For example, DEI is particularly, well, not race. Race is a social construct, right? Regardless, if you are a different skin color, and I treat you better than others, and I give you certain benefits to quote-unquote be anti-racist, I'm still racist. Right? It's just like positive racism, quote-unquote positive. Not really, because while you uplift another, you are excluding the other. So yeah, that's why I don't like DEI, because it's not based on merit. It's based on my skin color, or my disability, or my sexuality, or my gender. You get the idea.
active education and unlearning what systemic racism has taught us, which therefore only leaves one other option: what you are.
Bro, what a shitty video. Thank you for your support and services. Oh, thank you for your service. Bro, as if she's a soldier in Afghanistan, bro, I swear to God.
White people are not allowed to compliment minorities anymore.
What?
She came in with pretty curls, now she came in.
Can you please not talk about when I switch up my hair?
I think it's beautiful.
I know, but like as a black person, to me, it feels like a microaggression.
What? This woman...
So, she gave her a compliment on her pretty curls. And this woman crashed out. Yeah, that's one way to segregate more.
Complimented her on her pretty curls, and she's like, stop talking about my hair, this is a microaggression.
Well, maybe she found it offensive because the hair isn't real. Because for some odd reason, there's a decent-sized portion of black women that like to wear wigs instead of just their natural given hair, which I find sad because, like, that's their decision, by the way. That's not on the white people. That's their decision, right? Just I don't know. Have your natural hair. If it's short, it's short. Who gives a shit? If you're getting dreads, who gives a shit? It's your hair. Go ahead, dude.
I've seen a lot of people misinterpret this woman's video because she...
Oh my god, the mullet. Bro, the mullet. Holy shit. If you see someone online with a mullet, you already know.
Yeah, you already know their takes, right? We just seen iDubbbz. I wonder if his butt is fine.
They're gonna have the most bullshit opinion imaginable, bro. Oh, at least he's not bald. Let me see what he's gonna have to say.
She's not saying that white people can never compliment people of color. She's saying that certain comments sometimes have racist undertones. If you watch what made her makes it very specific.
Anti-racist white feminist men are an interesting breed because they're only doing it in hopes of getting attention from women.
Yeah.
Or he's gay.
Queen slay.
Holy fucking
he's gay.
Shit. Like, why do they always have to talk so much shit explaining everything, bro? 99,000 white women like this post, bro. Holy fuck. Oh, I'm so sorry about that, bro.
What's an acceptable number of braids we can wear in our hair without it being cultural appropriate?
One, like this one. I think that's acceptable.
So it's the fact that she even has to ask. Y'all, it's not cultural appropriation, it's cultural appreciation.
Damn!
See, the problem is with cultural appropriation is that it splits people apart more than it actually puts them together. See, if you live in a country like the United States, right? Where you have people from a lot of different backgrounds, different cultures. You have to have these cultures interact, because if you don't, you cannot create a proper melting pot. That's why I'm saying the US is a failed science project, because you failed. You're starting to fail to create your melting pot or keep together your melting pot. See, to have a functional melting pot of different people from different backgrounds and different cultures, you have to have these cultures and people interact with each other, even use each other's culture, you know, because if you don't, you will separate these cultures from each other, which in return creates strain and stress in society. You will have opposing cultures fight each other because they're not allowed to interact with each other. And that's a problem. That is a huge problem. That's why you have communities where there is no Western culture in the US, right? You have like entire Somalian communities. And of course, a lot of these people don't even speak English. What are you doing? You need to create a melting pot. You need to create a tightly knit community of people that are from different backgrounds. Because if you don't, then your society falls apart. That's another form of societal decay that we are experiencing. White women are allowed to have dreads. Black women are allowed to have straight hair. Black women are allowed to be blonde if they want to. Who gives a shit?
Why can't white women wear braids? We straighten our hair.
Damn!
I don't get what's the problem. Cultures are shared, not appropriated.
Correct. She's right. See, because if you want to go that far, and that is paraded by mostly black women and white women, right? No more Asian food. No more European food, technically, because that's a culture that you are technically not from, right? No Indian food, no Chinese, no Italian, right? Because these are all cultures appropriated. You need to look at clothes. You can no longer use clothes that were originally designed in France, right? Go as far as you want to go, right? Doesn't sound fun anymore, right? You're not allowed to eat what you want anymore. You're not allowed to wear what you want anymore. You're not allowed to do that, right? No more anime watching because, well, that's Japanese. You get the idea where I'm going with this. You can't do anything because then, if like wearing a hairstyle is a cultural appropriation, then so is eating food. So is wearing specific clothes. So is watching specific things. Doesn't sound fun, does it?
Bro, based black woman? Bro, what the hell? Bro, she completely destroyed her. Did you see that?
Based.
Well, that's a bit. Yep. I think that if you don't like it in a white country, there is plenty of places that you can go. Otherwise, yeah, integrate into society. Be a normal, participating human. I think that's almost what most people want. Just integrate into the society that you are in. So there's that. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.